Damn! That boy got popped! In his face! Did that dude kill himself? What the fuck? So, November 22nd, 843 Supreme Court Judicature Judici I can't fucking speak English, Jesus Christ. Defendants Antechamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan waiting to decide my fate? Oh, this looks good, dude. This game looks great. What? Oh, no. Nothing. Savior glares. Murderer. Sorry. Damn. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Wait, but Phoenix's name is Naruhodo. I'm a second year student at the Imperial Yumie University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough! He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. He's holding a sword. That's badass. That's cool. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. That's crazy. You getting talked that reckless. Wow. Right. Right. Ryunosuke. Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, I suppose it wasn't my fault. But really, Cosmo, I never meant to drag you in this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Ah. I must say, you've been all over the newspaper these past few days. Yume, university professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. Please, I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. And there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up, hold your head high. You mean, I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asugi, my best friend, also in the second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified warrior. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. Was he saying this out loud, bro? What? The very concept of warriors is only a few years old here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes. That's when all this started. Congratulations, Cosma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know! I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally. The Rock! No, that was good. Those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievement and success in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. And proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the universe who doesn't know Cosmo's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around this temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. This game is cool. This is sick. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Asogi, may I have a word? Is this feudal Japan? That's kind of sick. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now, Asugi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Cosma. This is all. Oh, he's looking right at me. Ew. Ew. Disgusting. Look at him. That is crazy. If I may, Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotaba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotabo. I've heard that name from Cosmo before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Cosmo studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends. I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you no doubt heard, Asagi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? As I suspected, you are unaware of this. I had a feeling Asagi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand! Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe... I don't believe it. But... I didn't do it! I swear it! I'm not a murderer! I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right. So, as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusation brought before you? Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once! It would seem our serpentuous discussions are to be cut short. So, allow me to summarize. Kazuma Osugi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Damn! If this trial goes badly, Cosmo's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of way ahead, I embarked on the unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, a trial that would decide my destiny. The 22nd of November, 9 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicature, courtroom number 2. So this is a courtroom. Oh, this is gas. That's sick. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. So this is basically Japan's Supreme Court. That's insane. These look like army guys. Holy. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. Yep, that's what I thought. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. Oh, that is some deep shit. Wow. What? But why? It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Oh, this piece of shit. Oh, look at the judge. He looks sick. He looks sick. That's cool. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. The normal procedure is that the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Wait and see. We're gonna wait and see. Kazuma is a warrior. I can't defend myself. If I said I do, it would be tantamount to lying. And I've been accused of murder, for goodness sake. This is no time for lies. Try to stop fidgeting, Ryunosuke. It's distracting. But if I don't say I'll defend myself now, things could end very badly for my friend. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense.
Yes!
Wait, what? So what are you doing, Ryunosuke? What are you doing? What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... What? Bro is hitting the spiciest pose, bro. Bro hitting that ice spice. That's crazy. What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikutobo told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't mean to break your immersion. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I wouldn't be able to get you off? No, it's not that. Really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Tisk. Professor Mikutoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. Very well! The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. Yeah, he's gotta be related to Phoenix. There's no way. He's making the same facial expressions and everything. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still. Try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court...
Oh, I was right. It is the Supreme Court.
You must have perpetuated the most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of the Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the test you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? It basically means if you're up to snuff, if you know what you're fucking doing, Ryunosuke. So brazen. What an absolute figure. He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. He's like, I don't know why I'm even here. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I heard his name more times than I care to remember. But, wait. I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information in this case can be found in the court record, which will probably either be down here or up here somewhere, I'm assuming. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the E? Okay. Really? If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press E for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose. This is the evidence you've collected. Now, this is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. Okay. He's 23, okay. Wait, second year at Imperial Yume University. Wait, so does that mean he graduated at 21? At regular college and is in second year of law school? That's cool. You'll find details about the victim in here when you're done. Just press Z to go back. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record. Then press R to present. Try it now. Okay, do I just click on it? Hi! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Oh, so he was a Westerner. Okay.
Well, at least you can remember the name of the esteemed member of your own university.
This guy's a dick. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally, and as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil.
I ain't gonna lie, this dude's fit is kind of clean, though. Compared to, like, the other iterations of this guy in older Ace Attorney games, this guy's fit is clean.
You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides you education? Have you no honor?
You should commit Hirikiri now. you should commit Harakiri now. You have no honor. Shame on you. Shame on your family and shame on your cow.
But I didn't do it.
This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting English policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and trees won't make any difference from here. Does it just continue to zoom in forever? It's still going. Okay, it finally stopped. All right, cool. You know, he's steady thinking. You know, he's trying to work that big old peanut in his head. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. My question is, why did your dumbass pick the gun up? Oh dear. Oh dear. Look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. The British Empire, wow. It's incredible to think. So this is obviously, like... I think this is post-World War II, if I have to assume. So, like, late 40s, early 50s. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? Say before the court, was a shot to the chest? Single bullet fired at close range. Okay. Well, obviously that was, Ryunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now! Hi! Well... According to his document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death... I'm going to pronounce it the way he's doing it. Hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
I know read you, imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes! That's right. The, post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer immediately expects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, that's so shit. That's even worse than Japan's current justice system. Yikes, man. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
This is the so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion.
That dude got shot in his titty, boy. That dude got shot in his titty. It's gone. And so is he. He's fucking dead.
In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence in the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered in the court record. Cool. So that's the photographic print? Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
This is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotaba? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me, but that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Osugi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe. But any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. How would you feel if you were being convicted for fucking murder? And not just any murder, a murder of a Westerner that has heavy implications of losing your peace treaty with Britain. He's in a fucked up situation. I would be shitting bricks too. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and the control of cold stares first. Do.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western restaurant. I can't fucking speak. I am the head waiter at the Western style restaurant called Le Carnival. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, blood? Oh boy. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Okay, never mind. I need to find a voice for this guy. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. There we go, that's the voice. Well, it really, really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago.
Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring? Maybe, but aspiring? That's a good joke. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We had few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over and there were only 3 tables occupied. Oh, sorry about that, guys. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in that place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. Pew! A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim. An English gentleman slumped in his chair, and sitting immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up the gun that was lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Rainosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter, standing beside the victim was the gun in his hand, was the same man we see here in court today.
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait. What did he just say? There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Rainosuke? That's just not right. I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello. There was a woman sitting opposite to him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been one about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Stream, what do y'all think here? Do you think I should interject? Because clearly, this guy is fucking lying, right? I'm gonna give you all like 1 minute to get your answers. Do 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 do. Alright, yeah, we're gonna interject. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sit with him at the same table.
Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw. Hasanaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? No. Ah, this guy's the murderer. He did it. He did it. He fucking did it. Capster! He's a capster! Look at him! The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you like to. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Okay, but you said you didn't see anyone else with him. If that's just the ticket, then that doesn't mean anything. What? This guy is capping. The cap. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. Dink. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. See, he's a capper. Look at him. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something clearly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record.
So the court has now heard a process of the case.
Yes! Yes! At the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. Give me one second, guys. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on the trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this case. The prosecution has decisive evidence that was sworn witnesses who were presented at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Cosmo? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikado said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then the defense lawyer is duty bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. I ain't gonna lie, this music's kind of hitting right now. This song came on at the right moment. Are you going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, right, Inosuke?
The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see how decisive this evidence really is. Gas. This dude is one of my favorite characters already in the series. This dude's gas. Indeed. Prosecutor Achi, please continue with proceedings.
Tusk. Well, you were warned. The young could be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I could be a devil.
Man, this Reddit ass nigga, look at him.
But I could be a devil when I want to be.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Yo, this game is hilarious. This game is funny as fuck. Oh, wow.
You know, many call me a saint. Well, I could be a devil when I want to be.
You Reddit ass dude.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced. Forever! The prosecution calls its next witness.
Very well. Officer, bring forth his witness at once. Witnesses.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupation for the court.
Yes, sir. The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Yasunosa reporting for duty, sir. Myself, I am purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the forests of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District, Curio Kurakuta. At your service. An acquaintant dealer and soldier with an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day of question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea out to the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the careers with which I make my business. I can't understand a word the old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at Le Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. So he's a haggler. Is what I'm hearing. That's crazy. That's tough. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Hey, looks like a scam artist.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of the most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniform rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. Bro is a fucking in college. He doesn't have a gun, man. Come on now. What are we doing? Do. Oh, I need to turn my mic down just a little bit. Oh, that's a lot of loud. Do. Okay, yeah, that should be better. Okay. Turn it up just a little bit more. This man is impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecutor was threatening? Huh. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now the court will hear a formal testimony, please. You will say everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing B, ready to report, sir. Unsavory memories of the most acerbic afternoon. Both of these guys look like fucking scam artists. Sorry about that guy. My cat was begging for pets here. I was ingesting a regulation. Oh, I forgot the fucking voice I had for the guy. I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtuous part of a particular fine gold curio to the military gentleman. So he's trying to sell this guy some bullshit. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. Why does this man have a W mustache? That is a W on your face, my man. You need to shave that O. And then you got a crop top? Bro, what is happening? That guy holding the jar. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Aha. We got him right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got him right there. Because what does it say? What does it say? He was shot in his chest. No exit wound. Where's the picture at? Where's it at? In his chest! He's a lying sack of shit. Matter of fact, magnifying glass just so we can see that. Look at that. Look at that. No exit wound in his chest? Shot him in the back like a coward, though? Word? Are we word? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. What is really trying to just murder me? That's insane. He said, "Fuck you. I'm gonna lie on your name." Oh man, I'm sorry. I needed a second to discharge after that. This lying sack of shit. I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of the mysterious absconded precious curio. What the fuck type of Anglo-Saxon English is this nigga speaking? Oh, so you Sergeant Nosa. Actual witness of vital moments. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. This guy's a piece of shit. This guy's got a knife, bro. What is that? How is that legal? We're in court. What times we live in, when English gentlemen may be assailed in the broad light of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I had finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. Bro, that is a revolver? Hold on, but it's got like the upper of a fucking Mauser. Or oh my god, what is the name of that gun? Wow, I really forgot the name of it. I already said the Mauser. What the fuck is it called? The Germans used it in World War II. They were specialty handguns. Luger. It looks like a Luger upper. But it has like a chamber barrel, like a revolver. That is the weirdest like BS gun I've ever seen. Man, we're an hour into the stream already, and we're barely getting into this. Jesus. This already feels longer than the other Ace Attorney games. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it, so I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bop! Ah! So there's two guns! They don't have the right murder weapon. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimony, there's a clue to who the criminal was. It's this guy right here. I already know just because of that bullshit he said. I don't think the old man has any BS. Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there was no room for doubt in the testimony of these two witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring the despicable student to justice. This dude is so bent on trying to get a fucking kid murdered. That is crazy. That's crazy. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of the trial. Hi! What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? The defense demands its right to cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me.
God, this guy is so fucking smug.
Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it? How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution disagrees. The defendant obviously has no experience. How could he possibly carry out the cross-examination?
Yeah. The defense is asserting its right to a cross. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Gulp. Cosmo is so commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witness. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in the cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire that gun, which means that the soldier said it has to be a lie. Which we caught the lie already, guys, because that was really fucking easy. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence. Right. Evidence. All you need to do is present some evidence, and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go! Ryunosuke! Don't let them beat you! Alright then, it's all or nothing. What the witnesses saw. Alright, we're gonna skip because we already know which one's bullshit. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Or, God, I forgot his voice. What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here.
Tisk, what nonsense.
What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in the Grand Courtroom. God, this guy is so smug. Holy shit. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Calling everyone a fucking idiot. Cosmo, what? What are you talking about, Greenhorn? It's apparent from a single glance at this photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sweats bullets. That boy is sweat. Sergeant, yes or no, sir? Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed a crime with my own military-grade eyes. With that military-grade shit. What are you talking about? You're blind, brother. Get some glasses. But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? He looked like he was about to pull out the backstrap, boy. What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back? But he pushed it down again? This boy's about to pull out the blicky! No way, that boy's about to pull out the blick! No, that's insane. That's tough. Certainly there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. What? Why do you have a baby on your back? That's why he's jumping up and down. Oh my god, that baby is cute as fuck though. Look at him. Look at his little smile. Look at him. Look at this little cute guy. Firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival sticks.
What?
The last testimony the court has heard, proving one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant E.S. Sonosa, is unfit. Did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Cooked his ass. Got him.
Yeah!
There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. Oh, that's what he means by him being a star student. He literally has a star in his neck. These guys are in the same year, I think. Yeah? That's the second year. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Okay, both of these guys are dumb. Why are they here? Too busy on the floor. Sorry. What were you doing? Hunting for treasure! Treasure? Indeed! The Holy Eric Hoban, my prized coin! On each occasion when I visit the restaurant, it is my aptitude and place in my bosom pocket a peculiar trick of interest for a shot, Rasute. In hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you? On the day under scrutiny, it was the military man named proffered my holy treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not. But I presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes from the briefest of moments, was there no more? It simply vanished.
The Koban vanished?
Hunting around at the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Bang! You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but heeded it or not, for I was only concerned with finding my absconded holy treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of all the voices I'm doing for this, that old man's is the worst. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. No! I see. That lamentable day, the precious Holy Koban was lost to me! No doubt, some scrumptious pony will pocket the prize coin for himself. He's just throwing shade. He knows this fucking rat did it. As I am sure everyone presented is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels, it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position? Prosecutor Achi.
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger on the front gate, but we found a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. We know they're bullshit. We know they're bullshit. They just proved to us that they're bullshit. Explain. Upon hearing the next statements, it would become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What?
He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again.
I wouldn't. Judge, you heard them. Inconclusive. All we know is that the military man is a rat. Man. Dick move, dude. Dick move.
You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegations.
Is that clear?
It's clear as Kirko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. This dude's got a whole ass baby on his back. Come on, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna close my window real quick. It's cold as fuck in here now. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford an entity. Ah, so he sold a fucking coin. Idol, tension! Your father is about to kill the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Nah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's cute as fuck. Yo. Look at him. Look at the little guy. He's just blowing his pinwheel. That is so cute, man. Alright. Do 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 do. Hi, Mr. Cat. You just want butt slaps? Is that what it is? You just want butt pats? Come here. Give me. I beat you, boy. Who's our good boy? That's my cat. His name is Joe. He's an absolute sweetheart. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the fire almost was charged, it's almost the same thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's a difference between seeing the moment and the moment after. My man, there is a big, stark difference.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was. That young lad in black. How much I myself did see,
But you said it yourself. You were unfocused because you were looking for your fucking coin. What are we doing? Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman. Standing all by himself.
Y'all wouldn't know this, though. Therefore, no other than the black uniform cadet could there have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
They're so lucky they don't have like in this time period, like gun tracing, so they can know which weapon is the actual murder weapon.
Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a young woman at his table.
Look at him. Yeah, y'all are sacks of shit.
You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. If you call yourself a lawyer, then you respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. If it's evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident, the prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel?
Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As plainly as you can see, there is only one place set.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Let's check the court record real quick, guys. Okay, why is he not facing the table, though? It would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. Ugh.
This doesn't make any sense.
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court record.
I don't understand. What's going on here?
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him.
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies will have to just be heard. There's no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is so fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takasuchi Achi, would have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor.
Bruh.
How can this be happening? The judge is ready to end it.
Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Cosma.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
Tisk. Rules can be so unbending at times. Look at that little baby. He's so fucking cute. Look at him.
Oh, this is old school as fuck, dude. So, for those who don't know, in the original Ace Attorney game, it literally only gave you 5 chances. Like per trial to fuck up, and if you fucked up all the way, the trial just ends. But in later games, later iterations, you got a bar of health instead. So it was different values to it. So you could mess up like slightly more depending on what it was. But then there were some that would take like a quarter of your bar, half a bar, and they even sometimes just end the fucking case if you get it wrong. So, you know, that's a little fun fact for you. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment, yeah, I want to press that.
No. It's not the same thing at all.
For a start, I didn't fire the gun. We have difference on opinion on that. we have a different opinion on that. The opinion of an uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
And yeah, it's an undeniable fact that I did just blink.
So there you have it. We can't see your fucking eyes, dude. What? What is Blood waffling about? Tension! Look at that, it's so cute. The sound of a firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman.
I think that says it all, don't you? And let us not forget the antique dealer witnessing the accused in the most incriminating position as well. Is that so, Korikuta-san?
Hold on. So, we only had one table, right? One table in general is where he was. Not showing anyone anywhere else, though. This is the entrance. Something else that caught me off guard was that the old man says he only likes to go in a little after noon. Right? This happened at 2 p.m. Right? I'm not tripping. A little after 2 p.m. All three of these guys are suspect as fuck. Right? I'm not tripping. All of them suspect.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you can explain it that way.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And exactly that moment, bang! A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry, what do you mean? In your case, I found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament, whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the kabot from the floor. I found myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. No, man. Fuck your coin. His life is at risk. What are you talking about? Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you with a pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. I think I present on this, right? No, we fucked up. We fucked up. Damn. Egg tails. Damn. I think we have to press on it first. Yay! As you have, okay, I'm not gonna do the voices anymore. Shit's hurting my voice. Ugh. My throat. As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ugh! If only there had been more people dying at that time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant? I know. Of course the place was almost empty. It's what you expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hada Clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment? The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this as evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder, what do you think, Ryan Iske? Well, it is hard to see how it can be related, really. Remember, you can't request for it to be entered in the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card? Yes. If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? Not to mention, the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. EI. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse perfectly valid requests for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Tisk. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Shut your mouth! You fucking jabroni. Can I play this with a controller? I don't want to do that instead. Where's it at? Bam. It's crazy because you can play the other ones with the controller. It's weird you can't do it with this one. Okay. What we're reading right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right. I hear you. You can aspire to prolong this trial as much as you like. But it's the day after the festival already for you. Damn. He said your fun is over. That's fucked. This guy is trying so hard to get this fucking kid arrested, man. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witnesses' testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Court Code. Okay, press on that. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let's not forget, you should have said uncontestable instead of incontestable. That's dumb as fuck. That's a dumb way of saying it. This is a long first trial, man. Jeez. We're almost 2 hours into this. And let's not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. No. No! The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But, if so, then why? Because they're all scammers. That's why. If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could dispatch the Englishman. Over and out. No press on that. Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? I'm calling you a fucking liar. That's what I'm doing. I'll say it to your face, nigga. What did you say, cadet? I said you are a fucking lie. Look at them! They're capping! Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruto, it is not just against these two witnesses alone. Sorry, what? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly said the same thing. He also said the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. Ah, this is where we use the fucking, this is where we use the medical shit, I think. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card. Haha! I knew it! My brain is massive. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a... Oh, ouch. Yes, it's a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the only ones that you may examine. Oh, these are the ones you may examine. Press space, and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use up, left, down, or right, or you can just drag it. Oh, wait, no, never mind. And examine it from all angles. Now, using WASD. This is where you can use the mouse for. You can move the crosshairs around the hunt for clues that may have been missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press space to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there is something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. I need to use up. Oh my god, I have to use the whole fucking keyboard for this? Jesus. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my entire life, and I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it. Never my whole life. Most people will give the right arm the only one cold in their whole life. What do you mean? Anyway, I don't think it's a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. Probably a record of long-term treatment. That's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. Does this guy have fucking cancer? Jesus. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. You don't like doctors, though. Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine. They give you painful injections. And then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege. All when you're at your lowest EBB, talk to them, man. Let them know, Ryunosuke. Let them know. And then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege? Let them know! Fuck the public health system, by the way. Do 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 do. Alright. You sound like a model patient. What a bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only care is a bitter medicine indeed. A achievement for having thoroughly examined the medical report card. Inside and out? Aha, wait a minute. I see you. Hello. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor's killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. He had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps that wasn't his food! That wasn't his food! He couldn't eat it! That wasn't his food! Strictly no food? He couldn't do it! He couldn't do it! That wasn't his food! No! It wasn't his food! I knew it! My brain expanded! Bam! Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. The meaning of the one particular statement totally changes, so I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Okay. No discrepancies have come to light. Yes, they have. I just zoomed too fast. The crucial point is, the victim had been prohibited from consuming anything but water when he was shot. The fact has not yet been brought to the court's attention. He's right. Thinking about Dr. Wilson's circumstances at the time of the incident puts that particular statement in a totally different light. Always keep your eye on the progress about. That's the only sure way to win. Even when I saw it wasn't okay. We skip. Present. Well, I think, what? About what are you winning like that? Call yourself a lawyer? You're a piece of shit. I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I am the accused. Thanks, Cosmo. I can see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you had to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright? And thanks for the advice. Shit. Korakuda-san. This is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up.
Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. If it was after 2 p.m. when the victim was murdered at the restaurant, whatever he may or may have not done before that time is completely irrelevant. Wrong answer. But that's remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's certainly no need to prolong this trial. Fuck you. The witness testimony the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could possibly have done it. He got his first slam in. Let's go. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How can it possibly be relevant? Oh, baby. Perhaps because Hana Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Uh-oh. Just what are you trying to say to that? He had orders not to eat, so what? The food on the table wasn't his, you dumb fuck. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. Oh, but it is. Korakuda-san! What, boy, what? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthesia. Oh, expertly done, partner. Yay! What is this nonsense, you little upstart? Fuck him up! These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Food on the table, that's not his. Catch. Back up. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. He couldn't eat it, though. Use your head, dummy. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. How the turntables, baby! Let's go! How to turn tables! Dude, back up, Joe. Back up. You always want pets when I'm streaming. You do this every time. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have indeed turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. Counsel? Oh, that makes me doesn't it? Alright. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the story you're turning this trial around. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been as an yet unknown third party. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on the table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else eating there. Ooh. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. What the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry, guys. My eyes are failing me. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. I have issue with them. Those two witnesses on the stand. But what? What are you talking about? Talking about both of you being fucking frauds. Trying to lock a young nigga up. That's crazy, man. Do do. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I'm having a good time playing this game, though. Like this is honestly a better start than Apollo Justice had. When everyone found out that Mr. Phoenix Wright became a fucking hobo. Do 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 do. All right. We have demonstrating with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimony, obvious, you would be charged with perjury. Perjury. And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Yeah, so say goodbye to your baby, fuckhead. Lying sack of shit. No honor having ass fucks. Complicit in murder? No. The baby looks fucked up. He was like, damn, really? I'ma get convicted too? No. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. What? Someone told you. So who was the somebody? No. You were just following orders. Now hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw the gentlewoman. Oh, you fucked up. That baby's not sweet. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? If this true, you pair? Yes, it is the rats! I knew it! Nah. Order, counsel. Explain what's going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. Nah, I definitely agree that this guy actually had nothing to do with it. I think these guys are fucked up. Then who's behind this? Who trying to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, oh, damn. Damn, the baby's crying. Yanking on this man's stash. Look at the eyes change. He's fucked up. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. I say they were sworn to silence for someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Achi had any idea about it. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he had any idea either. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusation. Evidence that proves whoever it really was did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found new clues as a result? Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. If it is proven these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait! Your Excellency, I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every shinobi here. I knew nothing! Well, Your Excellency, no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes in the head. Besides the execution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... Hold on. We know it's not Ryunosuke. It couldn't have been Mikotoba. Couldn't have been this guy. He's dead. So it's one of these three. I think it was the waiter. For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. Come on, Ryunosuke, time to hit this court with the truth. I'm not sure what this is supposed to prove, Counsel. I think, Your Excellency, that this would prove is not the nature of the waiter, but the true nature of the accused. Sorry? A blackguard who would stoop to presenting irrelevant evidence to incriminate an innocent man? That is the true nature of the truth. What? Oh wait, I can flip it around, right? Yeah. Right idea, wrong execution. Right idea, wrong execution. Aha, he's a police officer. Yes! My brain is massive, baby. Let's go. Right idea, wrong execution. God damn it. What is? Look, do you see it? It says the witness's name here. Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga. So this guy's a big dog. A big... Chief Inspector? Primary Count Criminal Investigation Division? Oh, he's a big dog. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence if they're wielding it somehow here. Oh my god, I'm a genius. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question? I agree he shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we'll include anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest, the front of the card. I should have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's insane. That's crazy. That's what their telling detail is. He's still confused. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession. But that's surely good. Good heavens! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you the orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen the foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well...
Hold it!
Is it he? It is him. Inspector Hosonaga. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. If you knew that would happen, then why did you not put it on something else? Is there a problem? Headed to the court officer at once. So you mean to say you really are a detective? But why would a detective be working at a restaurant later? Ah, of course. Your salary must be terrible. I was working undercover. He's like, no, you must have been getting not paid. Damn. Got his ass. I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes. There have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter. Working undercover. Oh, I'm gonna change the song real quick. This is a little too heavy for the situation. In order to investigate, decided to get a job there as a way to work out the government. Incidents in the restaurant. What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. Yes, you are. Oh yes you are. If it's relevant to the case, oh yes you are. However, I can't say categorically they are unrelated in the case of homicide. Are they now? Very well. Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses inside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner, therefore I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite to the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. Ah. She killed him. It was made crystal clear that the Englishwoman's presence in the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if the Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views that friendly terms of its relationship more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman's primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. Come on, man, we're so close. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Cosmo? Yuma University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the Medical Facilities Research Laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the OC studies for. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. Yeah, come on, fucko. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Jezeel Brett. She's indeed a foreign student studying in the research. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of UMA University Medical Facility. Or faculty. What is happening here? I think that's everyone right now. I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of Zoe's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must not be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with the situation. Yeah, we need that young lady. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a peculiar critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we now discover that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of the ruling in the order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased with such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my court. This is the Supreme Court. This man has all the right. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Jezeel Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigation policies. So, it won't be a problem. My cancer. Nothing will get in my way. Look at this cuck. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution may call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency! Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recession before reconvening. Alright. That's part 1. That took us 2 hours. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna save our progress. Only had 2 fuck-ups, and it's because I just did it at the wrong time. Not bad. Considering this is my first run, yeah, this is pretty damn good. Alright guys, I think I am gonna call it there for tonight though. I got my content for a video. And yeah, I will see you guys again tomorrow for